Good morning, Aries, and welcome to your Sunday morning Angels and Spells reading. I decided what better on a Sunday morning than a little good and evil, look a little good and bad. Have a little fun. So, as I've told, wow, okay then, Aries. I've told you that I'm going to, my life's speeding up a bit. So I was changing things, and so I'm debating on making this my regular reading on Sunday mornings. I was trying to go faster, but they're not being faster. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know if you do. If it resonates or you enjoy, please, by all means, like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. And Aries, either way, thank you for spending some time with me. What does Aries need to know? So we already got a bunch of cards. Well, I'm just here and stop, so we stop. These are the Angel Tarot cards, and then we're going to go get a Spellcasting Oracle card. I think the caffeine is hitting today. 10 of Air. This is the 10 of Swords. The end of a difficult situation, Aries. Oh, isn't that nice to hear? You got some reading here, kid. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from addiction. That is awesome. So it sounds like somebody out there has been having a stressful time, but it looks like you have definitely made some strides. And I will have to say that this is that month with, 2 eclipses and a grand conjunction and the beginning of the age of Aquarius. So it's going to be a huge change for a lot of people. The moon. Now the moon in the tarot is about fear usually. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. A lot of people have gotten this. It's hard to change, and it's hard to believe when you get messages. Like, before I started doing the readings on here, I really thought that I was just like, you're making stuff up in your head. But it's turning out they're not just made up. I just feel like I'm a little loony because people look at you like you're crazy. But maybe you're not. Maybe you should follow those insights and see what happens. Unless they are, I've been prefacing all my readings because I'm getting these weird things that I have to say. Unless it is illegal, immoral, inappropriate, dangerous, or life, if it's endangering or your gut says no, then no, it's not for you. Don't do it. Okay? So don't be afraid. Looks like you're on a good path. 2 of Air. This is the 2 of Swords. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Well, if you're dealing with an addiction, acknowledging it is the hardest part. But once you acknowledge it, then you can face the fears and move forward. Because what you got next, you're going to love this, Aries. 10 of Water. That's 10 of Cups. A contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. Now, I don't think that all of this happens this week, but I think you are in the process of facing your demons, for lack of a better way of putting it. And when you do, when you face those fear, you make that decision to make a change. The opportunity to have the life of the 10 of Water, which is contentment and happiness, trustworthy relationships, all your needs met emotionally. I don't know how you cannot make the change. I wish you the best of luck, because if this is what you're dealing with, it's not easy. It is not easy, but keep in mind that with all that's going on astrologically, there may come a point where you really feel you have no choice but to face it. And that's not a bad thing. Change is always hard when you're going through it. But afterwards, when you look back, it's usually something, Aries, that you needed to go through. And right now, you're afraid to make that decision. The 2 of Swords. 2 of Air. Okay. Whoa. Okay, Spellcasting Oracles. They have chosen your cards. Nice and quick. Oh, I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to read these out of order because well-being. This is the moon. I'm wondering if, now, see, she's sleeping, and it's like putting time into yourself. And her hand is outstretched, laying there. Her heart chakra is open. It looks like her sacral chakra is open. So she's open to improvements. And there are all these butterflies. This is being open. This is your well-being. If you are dealing with addictions, bad habits, and in light of what's been going on in the world, a lot of people have started eating too much, drinking too much, smoking too much, doing too much of something, whether it's an addiction to YouTube, whatever it is. This is you acknowledging it, and you have to come to terms within you. And when you do, butterflies is a sign of transformation. This is an opportunity. This is something you can do. Now, I got this card for, I think it was Scorpio. Animals, which seems like it's completely out of place, but if you are dealing with addiction, if you are dealing with a lot of stress, I find that I have a dog that will come over to me and is there. Now, she's not trained, but it's their innate ability. So maybe you have a dog or a cat that does that. But what I also want to say is sometimes, especially with addictions, it has to do with accepting all the parts of yourself. There is a dove. There's peace and love. There is a wolf. He's got a certain amount of cunning in him. He's a pack animal. So that whole love, that sense of contentment. There is an owl, wise, intelligent. There is the cat. And the cat always, in here, for some reason, all I think of is familiar, which, depending on how you look at it, it's relatable. It's your comfort. And it's the knowledge that, to me, it's like I said, it's like that dog, which doesn't make a lot of sense because it's a cat, but that's how it's coming to me. Bear with me. Aries, if it doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. But I feel like it's like you accepting all the parts of you. Because I have found most of the time, if you speak to anyone who's dealing with an addiction, it's usually because there's some part of themselves that is having a hard time. Whether it's accepting the way they are, the way they were, the way they were treated, but there's something in there. So I suggest get help if you need it. There's no shame in help. But according to this, you got to think about your well-being. It is the end of the difficult situation, but it takes you facing your fears and making that choice first. So I had to say that again. Sorry, Aries. Thank you so much for being here. I truly believe that things are going to change for the better. Please stay positive. Thank you so much. Good luck, Aries. And remember, take time for you. Bye-bye.